弟兄姊妹平安。我今天讲到是加拉太书第五节。
Today I'm going to talk about Galatians chapter 5.
可是刚刚敬拜的时候，我觉得好像不需要讲这个，对各位讲这个道，可能你们已经活出来了。
During the worship, I feel like maybe I should not talk about this chapter because you have lived through these words.
因为我看见各位祝福每一个妈妈很自然的显出这很自然的这种爱。
When I see you greet to each mother here, and your natural love of each other is revealed.
那在这个经文呢，就讲到这一点。
Today, this is one of the topic of today's message.
在今天这是妈妈节，我就讲一个我妈妈的故事吧。
So today, I will talk about a story of my mom.
我妈妈这个人呢，很节省。
My mom is very frugal.
她刚到美国的时候呢，她每一次买什么酱油瓶啊，还是油瓶啊，都用光了，都留下来。
Every time when we used a bottle of oil or soy sauce, she will save the empty bottle. 每次到超市买回来的那个这个塑胶口袋，她也留下来。 Every bag, a plastic bag from a grocery store, she will save them.
所以我们在家里从来没有需要出去买那个垃圾袋。
So we never buy garbage bags.
那我到法律学院的时候呢，我就也养成这个习惯。
So when I went to law school, I kept that habit.
可是我跟我表姐住，我表姐是医生，她是 ABC。
When I lived with my sister-in-law, she's a doctor. She's pretty wealthy.
所以她的习惯比较像老外一样。
So her spending habit is like others.
所以每个礼拜有人会到她房子来打扫。
Every week, she has a cleaner to clean her house.
所以有什么垃圾啊，他们都给你倒掉。
The cleaners, housekeeper will clean will collect the trash.
可是没办法，我还是习惯每一次到超市买的那个塑胶口袋呢，还是留下来。
However, I kept all my trash bags, my shopping bags from grocery store.
可是没有用。
But there's no use in
所以
the house.
3年之后呢，我这个有一个墙啊，全部都堆着那个没用的那个空的剩下来的那个塑胶口袋。
So for 3 years, I collected a whole cabinet of grocery bags.
保罗在这个经文上面就说到我们人性特别是没有碰见耶稣之前的这种习惯要改变。
So Apostle Paul talked about before we met Jesus, we have so many habits that we like to keep. However, the Bible wants us to change.
在基督教，我觉得在这个年头呢，特别是在北美的基督教呢，有2派。
So in today's Christian community, there are two main streams.
There's 2 main schools of thought.
有2种主要的思想。
One school of thought is legalism.
有一派是立法主义。
Legalism believes that you have to be the right Christian in order to go to heaven.
立法主义者认为你必须要有很好的行为才能去天国。
To those who are legalists, They see Christianity like doing your income taxes.
对这些基督徒来讲，就是说做基督徒就像你填你的税表一样。
And they see the pastors as the accountants.
他们把牧师就看作那个
会计师。
会计师。
会计师。So I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I go to my accountant and he tells me or she tells me if I'm doing the right thing.
对，就像我们填税表，我们不知道自己填的对不对，就去问我们的会计师。
There are many examples of this.
有很多例子。
For instance, the church that I grew up in, one time we were practicing for a worship.
在我聚会的那个教会，有一次我们在练习敬拜的诗歌。
The church has a basement and 3 floors.
教会有一个地下室，总共有3层。
We were on the 3rd floor.
我们在3楼练习。
And someone was playing drums.
有一个人在打鼓。
And the elder who was in the basement ran up all 3 floors to tell us to stop playing drums.
一个长老就从地下室走到3楼说：“你们不要打鼓。”
He was almost out of breath.
他好像很不高兴。
很喘气。
他就说很累，爬上去。
It was almost like he was fighting a fire.
就像他好像在灭一场火似的。
Another instance is sometimes I go to Starbucks and I buy coffee.
有些时候我去那个 Starbucks 买咖啡。
Sometimes I meet other pastors at Starbucks.
有时候我会看见其他的牧师。
And so one time, all these pastors, ABPC pastors, were talking about meeting in Starbucks.
有一次我们这些牧者说，要不我们去星巴克见面。
Then one pastor came up and he said, "You know, the symbol of Starbucks is demonic." 于是这个那个星巴达的那个标记是有魔术的。
哦 ，Yeah， 其中一个牧师就说星巴克的那个标志，就那个一个女的那个 body， 他说是有邪灵。
That's legalism.
这就是律法主义。
Because we spend too much time worrying about the details.
我们花很多的时间来担心这个细节。
We worry about if we're going to the right coffee shop.
我们担心是不是我们这个去的这个咖啡店是不是对的。
We worry about whether or not we can play drums or piano.
我们担心是不是可以打鼓或者说弹钢琴。
We worry if we're singing too loud or singing too softly.
我们甚至担心我们唱的声音太大或者太小。
We live in a state of fear.
我们生活在一种恐惧的状态中。
I remember a few years ago we went back to China and we were taking a tour.
几年前我回中国，然后那时候我们跟着一个旅游团。
And we were outside a temple.
我们在一个庙的外面。
That's in Chengde near Beijing.
北京承德市附近的一个庙。
And and my sister asked me, should we go in?
我的姐姐妹妹就问我说，要不要进去？姐姐。
She said, we're Christian. Should we go into a temple?
她说我们是基督徒，要不要去庙里？
那我就问她，我们是不是进去拜拜呢？
So I asked her whether we are going to worship.
She said no.
她说不是。
So I said, then what do we have to fear?
所以我就问她，我们有什么可怕的？
If anything, we can pray for the people inside the temple that they will see the light.
我们可以为庙里的人祷告，他们可以认识真正的光。
This is what Paul said in 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7.
这就是保罗在提摩太后书
第一章第7节。
第1章第7节。
For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and of self-discipline.
1章7节。
提摩太后书。
Yeah。因为神赐给我们不是胆怯的心，乃是刚强、仁爱、谨守的心。
A person who is saved by Christ does not have to have a spirit of fear.
一个被主拯救的人，不应该有惧怕的心，
But a spirit of power, of love, and of self-discipline.
而且应该有爱和自立的那个能力。
A power meaning if you're outside a Buddhist temple, you can go in.
这个能力就是说，即使你在一个佛教的庙外面，你也可以进去。
Because what does the Bible say? He who is within us is stronger than he who is in the world.
圣经上不是说在我们里面的比在外面的大吗？
And if you have a spirit of self-discipline,
如果你有自律的那个灵，
you don't have to go up to people and say, "Don't drink Starbucks,"
你不需要对别人说不要喝星巴克的咖啡，
or "You must play piano, you cannot play drums."
或者说你必须要弹钢琴，不能打鼓。
You can control yourself.
你可以控制你自己。
You don't have to let anyone say anything on the internet make you feel less of a Christian.
你不需要担心被别人说的这个那个来让你感觉到你不是一个很好的基督徒。
Didn't Paul say in Ephesians that if we should no longer be babies in our spiritual life, tossed and turned by the waves?
保罗在以弗所书说，我们不应该再做婴孩，被世界上的东西翻来翻去。
Right? One day someone says, Starbucks is good. Go to Starbucks.
有一天，可能有人会说，星巴克咖啡挺好的，可以去喝。
Someone else says, no, Starbucks is evil. Don't go to Starbucks.
那可能又有人会说，星巴克是个邪恶的，你不能去那喝。
The ultimate question is, what does that have to do with the gospel of Jesus Christ?
其实最根本的问题就是说，这些东西跟耶稣基督的福音有什么关系呢？
If you have a spirit of love,
如果你有爱的灵，
you do not pay attention to the minor details.
你不需要关注这些微不足道的细节，
You pay attention to the person.
你把注意力集中在人身上。
Right? If you love your children,
如果你爱你的孩子，
do you only pay attention to their minor details?
你会只关心一些细节吗？
Or do you appreciate the whole person?
还是你还是你很在乎他整个人？
The focus is on the person,
我们的焦点应该是人，
not on the details.
而不是这些细节。
So when you live with your brothers and sisters,
当你和你的弟兄姐妹相处的时候，
do you love the person
你是爱他们，
or do you love the details?
还是爱他们的一些细节？
God calls us to love people.
神呼召我们去爱人。
The other school of thought
另外一群基督徒认为，
is do whatever you want,
你可以为所欲为，
as long as I don't hurt anyone.
只要我不伤害别人。
But Paul in Galatians tells us in verse 13, he says, "You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh."
这是保罗在加拉太书
第
5章
第13节。
13节，你们知道我5章13节，你们知道我头一次传福音给你们。
加拉太书。
Sorry， 我看了第4章去，对不起。 第5章13节，弟兄们，你们蒙召是要得自由，只是不可将你们的自由当作放纵情欲的机会，总要用爱心互相服侍。
Right? A lot of ABCs or a lot of people in this country are telling us, as long as people love each other, they can do whatever they want.
我们很多第2代的华人认为，只要我们相爱，我们就可以什么都可以做。
I'm not hurting anyone.
我没有伤害别人。
So if I want to get drunk on wine, as long as I don't hurt anyone, it's okay.
如果我愿意喝醉了酒，只要我没有伤害别人，就没事。
Doesn't God give me freedom? 神是不是给我自由吗？
Oh yeah, yeah. Doesn't God give me this freedom?
If I'm a man and I want to love another man, it's okay. I'm not hurting anyone.
如果我是一个男人，我想爱另外一个男人，只要这没有伤害到别人，这难道不行吗？
If I'm a woman and I want to love another woman, as long as we're not hurting anyone, why can't we get married?
如果我是一个女人，我愿意爱另外一个女人，只要不妨碍别人，难道我们不能结婚吗？
If that's the standard, then I could say if I love my daughter and I want to marry my daughter, who is to stop me? We're not hurting anyone.
如果这是我们做事情的标准，那有人可以说，我爱我的女儿，难道可以和自己的女儿结婚吗？
Or if I want to set my house on fire, as long as I don't hurt anyone, it's okay.
如果我愿意把我的房子点上火，只要没有伤害到别人，难道这就可以吗？
There is a television show that is very popular right now about zombies.
现在那个电视里有一个系列，就是关于这个僵尸。
差不多。It's called The Walking Dead.
对，就是僵尸行走。
And in this television show, those who are zombies, they have no understanding. They just want to satisfy their hunger to eat flesh, human flesh.
在这个电视系列里，就是一些这样的僵尸，他们也没有什么思维，就是只想满足自己要吃人的那种欲望。
They satisfy their base desires.
他们只想满足自己的本能。
They have no self-control.
他们没有自律。
People who tell us that freedom means doing whatever you want as long as you don't hurt anyone is telling us to become zombies.
那些告诉我们可以什么都可以做，只要没有伤害别人，这就是让我们成为这样的僵尸。
Whatever you desire, you can do.
不管你的欲望是什么，你都可以做。
If you want to marry another man, if you're a man, you could do that.
一个男的可以和一个男的结婚，如果你愿意的话。
If a mother wants to marry her son, or if the father wants to marry his daughter, he can do that.
甚至母亲可以和儿子结婚，或者说父亲和女儿结婚。
As long as you don't hurt anyone.
只要你没有伤害别人。
But God says we are more than that.
但是圣经上讲到我们远远不止这些。
We are more than animals.
我们远远不只是动物。
We have to practice self-control.
我们应该要有自律。
Right? Because if we just satisfy our base desires, if we're hungry, we go anywhere and we eat. If we want to do something, we just do it. Then we're no different than the zombies in this television show.
如果我们只是想满足我们的自己的欲望，饿了就要吃，然后想做什么就做什么，那我们就和这电视里的僵尸没有什么区别。
I think every mother in this audience knows that to raise a child, you cannot let that child do whatever they want.
我想我们在座的每一位母亲都知道，要想教养一个子女，我们 们不能让这些小孩为所欲为。
You cannot let them only eat ice cream and candy all the time.
我们不能让他们只吃那个冰淇淋和那个糖。
But they say, I'm not hurting anyone. All I want is ice cream and candy all the time.
这些小孩可能会说，我什么也没做错啊。
If I get fat and I get cavities, that's my problem, not yours.
如果我长得太胖，或者说牙齿也不好，这都是我自己的事。
But a good parent does not allow the child to do that.
一个好的父母是不会让小孩做这样的事。
Why is that?
为什么呢？
Because you love them.
因为你爱他们。
You don't want them simply to do whatever they want.
你不愿意让他们为所欲为。
But you want them to do what is best for them.
你愿意他们做的对他们自己是好的。
That's why hedonism is not good for us.
这就是为什么自由主义、享乐主义对我们也是不好的。
Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23 to 24, I have the right to do anything, you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive. No one should seek their own good, but the good of others. 1 Corinthians 10, 23 to 24.
哥林多前书10章23、24节，凡事都可行，但不都有益处；凡事都可行，但不都造就人。无论何人，不要求自己的益处，乃要求别人的益处。
God wants us to do things that are beneficial to us.
神希望我们做的事情对我们自己有益处。
And God wants us to stop focusing only on ourselves, but also on the interests of others.
神希望我们不只是对自己关注，还要关注你旁边的人。
That ultimately is constructive.
这就是造就别人，造就人。
So the question is, what is ultimately freedom?
所以这个问题就是说，什么是真正的自由？
What is true freedom?
什么是最终的自由？
Well, everyone just showed it here before this service even started, before this message even started. Everyone showed it. Displayed it.
我们在聚会之前，我们大家都已经显示了我们的自由。
When a mother loves a child,
当一个母亲爱孩子的时候，
or a father loves a child,
或者一个父亲爱孩子，
do you need to fill out a form?
你需要填一个表吗？
Do you need a list of what to do?
你需要写一个清单，要做事情的清单。
Do you need to go to your pastor and say, how do I love the child?
你需要你的牧师告诉你怎么样爱自己的小孩吗？
When your child, let's say he watched some movies and he's scared and he can't sleep at night, do you need to call your pastor and ask him what to do?
如果你的小孩看了一个恐怖电影，晚上睡不着，你会给牧师打电话说你该怎么做吗？
Or do you just go to his bedside and comfort them?
还是说你就到他的房间来安慰他？
See, true freedom is natural.
所以真正的自由是自然的。
Or what the whole craze right now is, it's organic.
或者现在的时髦的词叫有机的。
True freedom means we have a relationship with our Father.
真正的自由是说我们和我们的天父有很好的关系。
When he sees things that are we're doing things that are not beneficial to us, he tells us to stop doing it.
当他看见我们在做的事情对自己不好，我们的天父会告诉我们不要再做。
When he sees us doing things that are good, he says, well done.
当他看见我们做的事情是对自己有益的，他会说我们做得很好。
When he sees us crying, he comforts us.
当他看见我们哭泣，他会安慰我们。
When he sees that we're sick, he heals us.
当他看见我们生病的时候，他医治我们。
And our relationship with him is the same.
我们和他的关系也是一样的。
Our relationship, like a son or daughter to their parents that they love, is organic.
我们和神的关系就像子女和父母的关系一样，他们的爱是天然的。
That means everything we do is out of love,
就是我们做的每一件事情都是从爱出发，
out of relationship.
从我们的关系出发。
We don't need a checklist to show our love to them.
我们不需要一个很长的清单，来证明我们爱他。
My mom is over 80 years old now.
我母亲现在80多岁，
Sometimes she's forgetful,
有时候她健忘，
but she's very determined to do certain things.
但如果她要做什么事情的话，她很坚决。
But her ability to do all of them is limited.
但是她自己的能力毕竟有限，
So it makes her very frustrated at times.
所以有时候她很苦恼。
So my sister and I help her accomplish what she wants to do.
我和我姐姐就帮助她做她想做的事。
Sometimes it's a sacrifice of our time, and it's really not, it's out of the way for us to do it for her.
有些时候，这就意味着我们要牺牲自己的时间，或者说给自己有很多不方便。
Like she insists on going to Flushing to go shopping.
我们
到法拉盛到超市去买东西。
你说你母亲？
对，我母亲。大家都听到了，因为大家都知道法拉盛停车很难嘛，
Yeah,
很拥
we all
挤。
know it's not easy to find a parking spot in Rockland.
那我们家里附近已经有中国超市，可是他说法拉盛便宜，一定要到法拉盛去买超市。
Yeah, we have a Chinese grocery store near where I live, but my mom insists to go to Rockland.
那我跟我妈已经说过，我说每次进法拉盛，我的血压一定提高。
I told my mom each time we go to Rockland, my blood pressure goes up.
可是为了怎么办呢？我说谁叫你是我的母亲啊？那就没办法，对不对？
Yeah, but however, I said, well, what else can I do? She's my mom.
我不需要人家跟我说你一定要这么爱你的母亲。
I'm not saying this is the way this is exactly the way you love your mom.
I don't need someone to tell me this is how I love my mom.
我也不需要别人告诉我，这是我要这样爱我的母亲。
是一个很自然的反应，
This is a natural reaction.
对不对？他爱我，所以我爱他。
She loves me, and therefore I love her.
他先爱我，因此我知道爱是什么意思，这个爱的意义是什么？
She loved me first, so I know what does that mean.
那在约翰前书不是也说到了吗？神先爱我们，所以我们才知道爱是什么意思。
In book 1 John, it says, God loved us first. That's how we have love.
It's an organic response.
这是一种自然的反应。
I trust my mom and I love her.
我信任我的母亲，所以我也爱她。
So I want to do things that makes her happy.
所以我愿意做一些事情让她高兴，
And she wants to do things that makes me happy.
她也做一些事情让我高兴。
We don't need to be legalistic about it.
我们不需要用律法主义来告诉我们。
And we don't go, I'll do whatever makes me happy, because that's selfishness.
我也不会说只做让我自己高兴的事，因为这是自私。
But our interest is always on the other person.
我们的益处总是在别人的身上。
I'm always thinking about her,
我总是想到他，
and she's thinking about me.
他总是想到我。
That's what Paul means.
这就是保罗在这个书里的意思。
No one should seek their own good, but the good of others.
不要求自己的益处，那要求别人的益处。
That is an organic faith.
这就是天然的信仰，
That is freedom.
这就是自由。
You don't have a checklist.
你不需要一个清单，
And you don't have selfishness.
你也不需要有自私，
It's being loved and loving in return.
而是说你被别人爱，而且你也回报别人的爱，
And understanding that God is your Father in heaven.
而且知道神是我们天上的父亲，
He's the perfect Father, the perfect Mother, the perfect parent in heaven.
他是一个完美的父亲、母亲，我们的父母。
Everything He does is motivated by a love of you.
他做的每一件事情都是为了他爱我们。
Everything He says is because He loves us.
他说的每一句话是因为他爱我们。
So, out of that, we have the freedom to live a life of love towards Him.
因为有他的话和他的爱，所以我们有自由
And so,
来爱别人。
and when we do that, we can also love our brothers and sisters in the same way.
我们同样也可以用神的爱来爱我们的弟兄姐妹。
When we see them, we can see our Father in heaven. 我们假如看他们，就是像看见我们在天上的父亲。因为在每个弟兄姊妹里面都有同一个 DNA.
Yeah, because in every brother and sister we have the same Christianity DNA.
因为我们是在主内弟兄我们是同父同母的弟兄姊妹，所以有同样的 DNA.
Yeah, in Christ we have exactly the same DNA.
So, if we can love God with freedom, we should love our brothers and sisters with freedom.
如果我们可以用在自由中爱我们的神，我们也同样能够在自由中爱我们的弟兄姐妹。
Telling them that Starbucks is evil or Dunkin' Donuts is evil or you should stop using credit cards is crazy. It's not love.
告诉我们的弟兄姐妹说，Dunkin' Donuts 或者说星巴克或者是用信用卡都是不好的。
We don't want
这是不对的。
We don't want to be known as a religion that hates coffee and hates credit cards.
我们的信仰不是一种恨这个咖啡或者恨这个信用卡的这种信仰。
That is not the gospel of Jesus Christ.
这不是耶稣基督的福音。
Jesus didn't come on earth and say, I have a message from God. Stop using credit cards and stop drinking coffee.
耶稣从来没有传讲过这样的不许喝咖啡、不许用信用卡这样的信息。
Don't play drums, don't play piano.
耶稣也从来没有说过不许打鼓、不许弹钢琴。
But we all know the message of Jesus Christ, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whomever believes in Him shall not perish, but have eternal life.
耶稣基督的福音就是约翰福音3章16节讲的，神爱世人甚至将他的独生子赐给他们，叫一切信他的不至灭亡，反得永生。
That is what the church should represent.
这就是我们教会应该代表的。
Not a list of do's and don'ts.
这个一个很长的，就是说这样不要做，那样可以做的这个清单。
Or not a list, not a church of let's pamper people and tell them they can do whatever they want because we love them.
也不是可以告诉别人你什么都可以做。
I'll end with this, but we have a responsible, perfect parent in heaven that does everything for our benefit.
我们在天上的天父是一位完美的父母亲，他做每一件事情都是为了爱我们。
Maybe in this day and age, the perfect parent lets their kid do whatever they want.
也许现在这个时代一个很好的父母就是让小孩想做什么做什么。
And sadly, I see parents like that.
实际上很伤心的是，我看见有这样的父母。
But there was a day and age when parents don't let their kids do whatever they want.
但是我们不应该让自己的小孩想做什么做什么。
You brought them up to be a responsible, good person.
你要教养他们成为一个有责任心的好的人。
And that was the standard for being a good parent.
这实际上是做一个好的父母的标准。
And that is the standard that God still goes by.
这个标准现在还是神要求的。
Because he doesn't need to read a book or follow a fad to know what it means to be a good parent.
我们不需要去读一本书来让我们告诉我们什么样是一个很好的父母。
因为神不需要读一本书，还是看电视来知道怎么做一个好的天父，他已经知道了。
Because God does not need to learn, read a book, or watch a TV to be a good heavenly Father, because He is.
Let me pray for us.
我们一起祷告。
I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened in order that you may know the hope to which He has called you, the riches of His glorious inheritance in His holy people, and His incomparably great power for us who believe. That power is the same as the mighty strength He exerted when He raised Christ from the dead and seated Him at His right hand in the heavenly realms, far above all rule and authority, power and dominion, and every name that is invoked, not only in the present age, but also in the one to come. And God placed all things under His feet and appointed Him to be head over everything for the church, which is His body, the fullness of Him who fills everything in every way. Amen.
我读一下。是罗牧师祷告的内容就是以弗所书第1章18节，并且照明你们心中的眼睛，使你们知道他的恩召有何等指望，他在圣徒中得的基业有何等丰盛的荣耀，并知道他向我们这信的人所显的能力是何等浩大，就是照他在基督身上运行的大能大力，使他从死里复活，叫他在天上坐在自己的右边，远超过一切执政的、掌权的、有能的、主治的和一切有名的，不但是今世的，连来世的也都超过了，又将万有伏在他的脚下，使他为教会做万有之首。教会是他的身体，是那充满万有者所充满的。Amen。